we come into a new year, so many of us have new goals and new things with our business that we want to accomplish. And there are some definite ways that we can accomplish those things. But without balance in our business, we are never going to find the success that we want. So I want to give you a training on balance and how to find that in your business so that you can build and grow. So let's talk a little bit about the two different types of people that struggle with balance. There are some who struggle with the same type of balance issues as myself. And let me tell you, when I confronted these issues and made some really big changes, I was so much happier in my life, in my business, with my family. My husband was also so much happier with me. One of those things that I implemented was a very detailed schedule, which we're going to talk about in a bit and how that's really going to help you. So there are two kinds of balance struggles. My problem in balance came from working too much. I tend to get very wrapped up in things that I'm doing, whether that be new training for the Modern Girl page, new ideas to try in my different businesses, new show materials, getting extra things ready for my downline, images for my Facebook shows. I tend to just get completely wrapped up and I don't know when to stop. Sometimes I get so caught up in those, I forget to breathe, to stop and enjoy my children, to enjoy my family, to spend time with my friends. The very reasons that I wanted to work from home in the first place. And that can be frustrating, right? That can be frustrating for us and for our families as well. Now, the second type of lady that has struggles with balance issues is that she's working from home, and so everything else tends to get in the way, and she doesn't get the work done. That would be not working your business enough, maybe wasting those quiet minutes during nap time, or not being able to really get to the computer and focus, that you're tend to get sucked in by Facebook or Pinterest or all the other things that can really draw us in, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to just take a moment and share some things with you, maybe to give you a wake-up call to really how to balance your family, your home, and your business and be successful at it all, because there are definitely the ability to be successful at it all. You don't have to feel like there's not an option for you. You can do it all, I promise you. So I'm going to get started right away with one of the most important sentences that I have for you. It is a life changer for me, and I'm going to tell you, you might want to get a pen and pencil and write it down, because it is my anthem and it's what really gets me going, okay? I want you to write this down and I want you to take it to heart. Instead of making excuses, you need to make arrangements. Let me go ahead and repeat myself on that again for you. Instead of making excuses, you need to make arrangements. Now you say, Tabitha, what does that mean? Well, let me just tell you. Instead of not booking shows because maybe your husband's work schedule is crazy, I say go ahead and book those shows. And if you need to hire a babysitter to watch your kids if he happens to work that night, find a reliable babysitter and do that. Now, I'm not saying do that every single night of the month, but if you need to do that once a week, you need to keep those shows on your calendar. So find arrangements, not excuses. How about maybe you need to go out and do some lifestyle bookings, that you need to hit up some salons, some of those business offices, realty offices, banks, that type of thing, but you think, well, I've got small children, there's no way that I can go out and do that. Well, let me tell you, you either need to find a babysitter, find a really good friend who loves you and wants to help you, or perhaps, this is one of my favorites, you've got an upline, you've got a sideline, you've got a downline, who a lot of them have the same struggles as you. They're also moms of small children and they stay at home with them. So why don't you trade off? You pick a day where you go out and you hit up some banks and realty offices and she keeps your children. And then the next time you keep her children for her so she can go hit up some of those places as well. Share with one another, help each other out, help each other build and grow your business. Do you know that if you make a habit of putting things in front of your business, making things more important than your business, you're going to train your husband and your children to think that this is not a serious thing for you, that it's just a hobby and it's not a business. And we don't want to train them to think that. I want you to know, girls, you are not just a girl. You know what I mean? You are not just a nail girl. You are not just a jewelry lady. You are not just a makeup lady. You are not a just a. You are the CEO of your own business. You are the owner of your own business. You are the CEO, the chief, the boss, okay? You are not just a girl. So with balance, you're going to make sure that you're allowing an opportunity for your business to grow, that you get to be that CEO, okay? There's always an excuse that's going to come up of why you can't do something, but you need to make the arrangements and come up with the reason why you can. And I promise you that type of balance is going to help see your business grow. Now, there is definitely a need for goal setting as you want to grow your business this year as well. And that's going to help you with your balance. Having a goal is going to help you follow through with what you want to accomplish. And I believe a written goal is very important. You're going to want to come up with a very long-term goal that you want to meet for this next year. But that long-term goal can make you become very overwhelmed. So I recommend that you break that down from a long-term goal to a monthly goal of what you need to accomplish each month to achieve that goal. Then take your monthly goal and break it down into a weekly goal of what you need to accomplish that week to meet your monthly goal. And then take that weekly goal and you're going to break it down into daily tasks that you need to do in your business to make your weekly, monthly, and finally your ultimate goal, okay? The written goal is so important because you can look back and you remind yourself what you're working towards, why you're working. It's also so important because you're going to be able to look back and you're going to see that you accomplished some of those goals, which is so exciting. And when you accomplish those goals, your excitement will continue to flow. You want to remain excited about your business, and this is going to help you. I'm going to tell you, a lot of things are going to come up in your business that can discourage you, and I don't want you to let those things discourage you. Don't let postponements discourage you. They're going to happen. Don't let cancellations discourage you. That's the name of the game. That's the way our business works. But instead of letting them discourage you, I want you to get on the phone and replace that cancellation. You can send a text. You can get on and do a personal Facebook message, make a phone call. Get those ladies that have told you they thought they might want to have a show. Carry them in a notebook at all times with their names and numbers so that when you have a moment, you can get in and make those phone calls. Girls, things are going to happen, but successful business owners in direct sales are passionate daily about their business and what they're going to accomplish. Remember, things are going to go wrong, but it's how you respond and how you're going to handle those things that are really going to affect the outcome of your business. So be excited, write those goals down, and get super excited about what you do have, not disappointed about what you don't have. The next thing I want to talk to you about in balance is working the nooks and crannies of your life. Now, when I say that, this is such an important thing, and when I learned to use the nooks and crannies, it completely transformed the way that I did my business. I want you to use the extra minutes that you find in your day. Okay, those usual minutes that go wasted usually, and I want you to work your business in those minutes. Those little tiny things are going to add up to make a really big difference, and I don't even think you're going to realize it. For those of you who work full time, why don't you grab a sack lunch and take that power lunch hour and use it to work your business. Make your hostess reminder calls. Make those follow-up calls with ladies who are interested in your business. If you do Facebook shows, download some images onto your phone so that you can take that time to post those into your Facebook event and take the time to do that. You will always be prepared to use those extra minutes if you keep contact information with you at all times, like we talked about before. Now, if you're a stay-at-home mommy, I recommend that you use nap time for phone calls because it's one of the only quiet times that you have. Now, I know we need nap time to recharge our batteries. I do, you do, but I want you to set aside 15 to 20 minutes of that nap time every day for making those phone calls to build your business, to make those phone calls to help those ladies that want to come into your business, talk to them about it. Any of those ladies that want to book a show and you need to talk to them in person, make that the time for phone calls. If you need to call someone in your downline and encourage them and help them, use that nap time for that, okay? I also have a really cool little box filled with toys just for my kids for a special work time. Now, I set my timer for 30 minutes, and I'm going to pull out that box, and I let them only play with it during that time. So if I have some really important phone calls or really important training videos to make, that type of thing, They get to play with those toys only during that time, and that's their quiet playtime. Now they know that as soon as the timer's up, their time with those toys is done, and my time working is done. So they take advantage of playing with those toys for that entire 30 minutes. I recommend you do that if you're a mommy that works from home with little ones. You can also make phone calls during dinner prep. I also like to do dinner prep at nap time if I have a moment to throw some things together that cuts down on my time, especially if I need to get out and do a home show. Make calls to your downline when you're driving to the home shows. That's a great time to do that. If you're sitting and waiting in a pickup line at school for your kids, again, have some images on your phone that you can be putting into Facebook shows, or make a quick phone call to someone that you need to very quickly. Multitask and use those nooks and crannies that you usually just let go wasted to build and grow your business. The last part that I want to talk to you about balancing your life and your business in this next year so that you can grow it is to have a calendar control and time management. This is one part of training that really, really hits home for me even, because I tend to overload myself with as many shows as possible. I take on all kinds of extra things in my life, from room mom stuff to helping with friends, different things like that. So you need to find balance. You need to set a very detailed schedule for yourself. As soon as I did this, this changed everything for me. I control my calendar. I schedule time for myself in my calendar. If you can't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of your children very well. You won't be able to take care of your business and your downline. So you need to take care of yourself. Schedule time for exercise and working out, time for reading your Bible, for growing spiritually. Set aside time for listening to training so that you can get better and grow and do better. Set aside that time. If you love to read, take some time to read. If there's something you love to watch on TV, take a small amount of time and do that and recharge yourself, okay? Set aside time as well for playing with your kids, for spending time with your family, giving minutes to your husband so that you can talk and reconnect and spend that time with him. Because when you work from home, you can become so engrossed in what you do. There's always work to be done when you work from home, that you need to schedule that time out so that you don't forget to do those things that really made you a work-at-home mom or a work-at-home wife in the first place. The next thing you need to do in that schedule is to schedule out specific things to build and grow your business. Those are business building activities. Those aren't just things that you're going to do like scrolling Facebook and looking to see who might be interested in your business. That is not what we want to do during this time. This is specific business building activities, from sharing the business with those ladies who might be interested in it, to making those hostess coaching phone calls, to calling your downline and helping them with their building and growing, to making those videos for training and that type of thing for your downline. Specific business building activities. And you want a very detailed schedule. If you don't have that, I do have some very good examples for you that I have set up for me in different phases of my life. A toddler one for when my kids were small, one now that they're in school. And I used a version of my toddler one during summer break when we have activities here so that I can keep working, I can keep focused and keep building my business, but spend time with them and spend time with my family all at the same time. And it's very detailed, from you clean this part of your house on Monday, you clean this part of your house on Tuesday, you do this business building activity at this time, you do this business building activity at this time. Shows are these nights. I do dinner prep at this time. It's very detailed. So if you don't know where to begin in building a schedule and a calendar, I've got a really good one for you. It's going to be in my Etsy shop for just 99 cents. There are going to be 2 versions in there. It will be editable so that you can take it in and fit it to your time schedule and your life and what you have there as well. So I want to offer that for you because I know sometimes we don't know where to begin with that. And this is a great thing to balance out your whole life, from cleaning your house to taking care of your kids to building your business and what you need to be doing each day for that. So hopefully it will be a help to you, and it's in there. It's just 99 cents for that 2-pack, so you can take advantage of that if you don't know where to start. I want you to focus on, as you're balancing and you're going into the next year here, keep it focused and keep it simple with your business. I want you to remember that you are your own boss, and you need to look at, are you a good one? Are you a bad boss? I've had times where I've been a horrible boss to myself, the worst boss that I've ever had. I'll work myself to the bone. And you don't want to be a bad boss. You want to be a good boss. You want to give yourself time for your family, for the activities that are important to them and to you, but also you want to give yourself time to build and grow your business. And if you find this balance and that calendar control and the time management, you set those goals and you stay excited about your business, the balance and what you find is really going to build and grow as you go through this year. But it's limitless. I'm so excited to see how you're going to build and how your business will build as you set specific times to work on business building, specific times for your family, and you really find that balance. Remember, you're your own boss. Choose to be a good